Have you ever wondered why the kindest people often suffer the most? They help everyone without asking for anything in return, yet life keeps testing them again and again. Why does kindness seem to attract pain? Why do honest people struggle, while selfish people appear to live happily? This question has haunted humanity for thousands of years. Long ago, one grieving traveler searched for the wisest teacher alive. His journey would change his life forever. The wise teacher listened patiently. He made no promises of wealth. He offered no magical solution. Instead, he revealed a timeless truth about suffering and peace. Imagine a young farmer living in a peaceful countryside. He lived surrounded by rivers, green fields, and peaceful wooden cottages. Everyone knew him for his kindness. He shared food with strangers. He never lied. He never cheated. He never wished harm upon anyone. People believed that if anyone deserved happiness, it was the young farmer. But one terrible year, everything changed. Dark clouds gathered above the village. A powerful flood swept across the fields, destroying everything the young farmer had worked for. In a single day, his hopes were washed away. As the flood faded, another tragedy arrived. The young farmer's elderly father became seriously ill. Every coin he had saved was spent trying to save him. Still, his father's condition grew worse. Then came the greatest heartbreak. His closest friend passed away unexpectedly. That evening, the young farmer sat alone beneath an ancient oak tree. For the first time, he questioned the meaning of kindness. I have always tried to do what is right. I have never wished harm upon anyone. So, why? Why has life brought me so much pain? Unable to find peace, the young traveler decided to search for the wisest teacher. He crossed forests, climbed towering mountains, and followed quiet rivers. Deep inside, he hoped to find an answer that could heal his heart. After many days of traveling, the young traveler finally reached the wise teacher. He knelt with respect, his heart heavy with sorrow. Looking into the teacher's calm eyes, he asked, "Master, why do good people suffer?" The wise teacher remained silent. He gently picked up a beautiful pink lotus flower. Holding it carefully, he smiled and asked, "Does the lotus bloom because the mud is kind to it?" The young traveler quietly shook his head. The teacher smiled. "The lotus blooms because it grows through the mud. Goodness does not remove suffering. It teaches us how to rise above it." Then the teacher knelt on the ground. Slowly, he drew 3 circles in the sand. The first circle is the suffering no one can escape: illness, loss, and death. He pointed to the second circle. This suffering is created by ourselves, our anger, our greed, our endless attachment. Then he drew one final circle. This is the suffering we create when we refuse to accept reality. Every time we ask, "Why me?" our pain becomes heavier. The young traveler looked down in silence. "So, my suffering isn't a punishment?" The teacher smiled warmly. "The rain falls on every field. It chooses no one. The wise farmer doesn't curse the storm. He plants again. He grows again. And that's how hope returns." Then the teacher shared one final lesson. Imagine someone shoots an arrow into your arm. That pain is real. That is the first arrow. But then, your own thoughts begin. Why did this happen? My life is ruined. I will never be happy again. Those thoughts become the second arrow. The first arrow hurts the body. The second arrow hurts the mind. Never fire that second arrow. At that very moment, the young traveler understood. His problems were still there. His father was still ill. His fields still needed rebuilding. His friend was still gone. But something inside him had changed forever. His mind had become peaceful. His heart felt lighter than ever before. When the young traveler returned home, he no longer asked, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, he asked, "What is life teaching me?" And that single question changed everything. Remember the lotus. It never asks the mud to disappear. It simply chooses to bloom. Perhaps that is Buddha's greatest lesson. Pain is a part of life, but suffering depends on how we choose to face it. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us again for more timeless wisdom from the world's greatest teachers.